Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode with your girl Audrey Codner from ACG Math Tutoring. Hopefully you guys are having a lovely Monday. Mine's okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to be working on some of these word problems, the arithmetic reasoning that we generally see for the ASVAB and also for some of the GED examinations. So if you're here for ASVAB, GED, even Accuplacer, as well as the HESI and the TEAS test, or maybe just math in general, this is the live for you. So as you guys are coming on in, let's see how we can break down these skills so we can get comfortable, just comfortable enough so we can get past a lot of these math examinations. So let's take a look at this first one. A display selling bunches of bananas contains 6 dozen banana bunches when the display is full. The manager of the produce department is supposed to make sure that the display is restocked when it is 1/4 full. How many bunches of bananas will be on display when it's time to restock? Is it A, 10, B, 18, C, 20, or D, 24? As you come on in, go ahead and put your answers in. Hey, Big Al, how are you? Hey, K. Marie, thank you so much for checking in. So yes, as you guys are coming in, if you notice right next to my name, there is a heart. If you're already part of my community or want to be part of the community, go ahead and click on the heart and then join on in. It's nice, it's free, it's fun. So we have, Neva is saying 24. MJ, welcome back, MJ, is saying B. Sir Cook is saying 18. All right, other people are coming on in. Welcome on in, guys. Thank you for liking the live. I created says B. MG. Hello. I know, you're always coming in just to hang out. Thank you guys for coming on in. So again, we're looking at a display of selling bunches of bananas containing 6 dozen banana bunches when the display is full. The manager of the produce department is supposed to make sure the display is restocked when it is 1/4 full. How many bunches of bananas will be on display when it's time to restock? Is our answer choice A, B, C, or D? Okay, Neva is saying 18. Big Al saying B. Okay. And if you're unsure, go ahead, put a question mark in. That will kind of give me I was thinking third when he put 24. Okay, gotcha. All right, so his personal is saying B. All right. So let's take a look. Toria is saying D. So let's take a look. So once we know we got 6, notice they didn't use the number 6. They used the letter 6. So, or the verbal. So while you're reading it, sometimes we have a tendency to kind of skim over things. And then you're like, okay, what are we talking about? Dozen of bananas. But since we have 6 dozen bananas, so 6 dozens, that's 6 times 12. And 6 times 12, last time I checked, is 72. But they said the manager of the produce department is supposed to make sure the display is restocked when it is 1/4 full. Okay? So that means we got to take 1/4 of 72. Another way of saying taking 1/4 of 72 is just dividing it by 4. So if we divide how many 4s can go into 7, that will be 1. All right, so once I see that 1, I'm going back to my answer choices, and I know that C and D is going to be out. So 7 minus 4 gives me 3. Bring down the 2, I got 32. How many 4s can go into 32? That will be 18. So our answer is going to be 18. All right. All right, so let's take a gander. So here's another All right, so let's take a gander. So, here's another novel. A used car salesman earns 20% commission on the cars she sells. 15% is withheld from her weekly paycheck for taxes and other deductions. On Monday, the salesperson sold 3 cars, totaling $45,000. For the remainder of the week, the salesperson only sold 2 cars, with a total sales price of $30,000. How much should her weekly paycheck be? Is it A, $12,000? How much should her weekly paycheck be? Is it A, $12,750, B, $13,270, C, $13,440, or D, $14,213? You failed your GED by 2 points? Oh! Let me take a wild stab. It was probably either factoring or one of the two. It's all right. We're going to take it again, Judith. All right. Okay. This is basically like for the ASVAB. So it's like a mixture of like algebra components. Ooh, some comments are filtered. What are you guys saying? Calm down. Peggy Sue is saying D. But you got it, Judith. You got it. Okay. And again, if you're not sure, you can use a question mark. I will be showing how we can break this down. Okay. Thanks, Big Al. Okay. Thank you, the original. Okay. Thanks, Big Al. Okay. Thank you, the original Rosa. I think there's more to it, but I just see Rosa. All right. Thank you for your honesty. Okay. All right. So let's take a look. Okay. I know some of you guys are like, oh, I'm going to wait until she's done. Okay. Wata is saying A. Okay. Because I definitely want to give you guys some time to think. Give me some time to process. All right. So we're taking a look. So we know that the salesperson earns 20% commission, right? And we know that 15% is going to be withheld, for tax and other deductions. So if on Monday sold 2 cars, so this is the amount that she made on Monday, then the remainder of the week sold another, which gave her a total of the $30,000. So if I go with $45,000 plus the $30,000, I know that this person made $75,000 that week. Okay, not pulling out the commissions or anything. But if I know I'm going to get 20%, okay, so 20% of this is going to be her commission. So 20%, I got 0.20. That's what the percent is as a decimal. So if I'm doing all of my multiplication, I know if I go 75 times 2, that will give me my 0, my 14, that'll be my 15. But then I have 1, 2, 3 zeros. Okay, so that looks like 15,000. So now, this is the thing. If 15% is going to be withheld, and we want to know how much money should be in her paycheck, of that 15%, I know 83% is still going to be left out of this 15%. So instead of me multiplying and get the 15% and subtracting it by the 15,000, why don't I just take the remaining 85% and just multiply it so I can get my answer directly? All right, so I have my zeros. So I got my 1, 2, 3 zeros. 5 times 5 is 25. Carry the 2. 5 times 1 plus the 2 gives me 7. Then I got my 1, 2, 3 zeros. Then 8 times 5 gives me 40. Carry the 4. 8 and 1 gives me 8. Plus the 4 gives me 12. So now I'm going to add these together. So I got my 0, 0, 0, 5, 7, and my 12. Okay, so since this has 2 decimal places, that means my answer needs to have 2 decimal places. Okay, because this doesn't have any decimal places, but the other one does. So 0 plus 2 gives me 2. So 2 decimal places, 1, 2. That gives me a decimal point here between the first and the second 0. So I'm looking at 12,750, which is A. Okay, you will get the same answer if you multiply by the 0.15. Basically, add that to the 1,500 and then, yeah. But I just feel like if you're taking 15% out, that means 85% is still on that check. Okay, nice money for a week, right? That's what I'm saying, big time. That's what I'm saying. Okay, where did the 85 come from? So if 15% is being withheld, that means you have 85% that's still going to be on your check. So you can do that for everyday sales. If they say they're taking 20% off, that means 80% is still on that item. Give it a try. Okay. Hey, Janice. All right. Let's try number 19. Okay, a plumber needs 4 sections of pipe, each that's supposed to be 6 feet and 3 inches long to complete a project. Pipe is sold by the foot for $4.25 per linear foot. How much will the pipe have to pay for the pipe? How much would the plumber have to pay for the pipe? Sorry, I was getting a message at the same time. Okay. Nope, you don't really have to have a formula. Yep. Thank you. Oh, Jesus. Excuse me, guys. Love you. All right. So, Jamie, we got a D. Mr. E with C. I feel like I'm rapping now. Okay, MJ with B. Okay. Someone going to say A? Okay, so what do we think? And if you're not sure, question marks are welcomed. So we need 4 sections of pipe, each being 6 feet and 3 inches long to complete the project. Pipes are sold by the foot for $4.25 per linear foot. How much will the plumber have to pay for the pipe? Okay. So we got C's, C's, C's. Okay. All right. So you're saying it's D. Okay, so we got a couple C's. We got Harley with a D. Okay, Undead's thinking it's D. Kez, hey Kez, saying D. Green Bean is saying C. Okay. Is that Kyrie? Not sure. I'm saying C. Help me with the pronunciation. Is it Kayer? Kayer? Richard with D. K. Kafka saying A. Joanne C. Dixon C. Green Bean. I see you, babe. I see your C's. Thank you. Okay, Cindy with an A. K. Year. Oh, thank you. Love that. Okay. A is silent. Got you. Thank you. Hey, it's Cynthia. Hey, Cynthia. Saying C. Okay. Did some mental calculations might be off. All right, well, let's see. Correct option is C. Okay. You're not sure? Daddy's saying C. Hey, Daddy. So let's take a look here. So we're looking at 4 sections. All right. So 4 sections of pipe. So we know we need 4 of these bad boys, and we know we need it at the how many by the foot. So it's sold by the foot. So even though we have 6 and 3 inches, we want to kind of get how much the plover half. How much does he have to pay? Okay, doesn't say the exact pay. How much will he have to pay? So they're basically looking at this as, let's look at it from just a 6 foot. So if we're looking at 6 times 4, that plus will give us 24. Now, if we got 4 of those 3 inches, 3 times 4 gives me 12. So that gives me another foot. So that means we got 25 feet. Okay, we got 25. So now we're going to take this 25 and we're going to multiply by how much per foot. So if we're looking at 425, multiply that by 25. Okay, let's get it going. 5 times 5 gives me 25, so I bring my 5, carry the 2. 5 times 2 is 10 plus 2 is 12, carry the 1. 5 times 4 is 20 plus 1 gives me 21. Then 2 times 5 gives me 10. It's in the 10th spot, so it's going in the 10th spot. Carry the 1. 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. And 2 times 4 is 8. Add these 2 lovelies together. We have our 5. And right now, the only things when I'm looking at the 5s, right now, my B is out because it's ending with a 0. So then we have our 2. 5 and 1 is 6. 8 and 2 is 10. This is 2 decimal places. This is 0 decimal places. So 2 plus 0 gives me 2. So I need for it to be 2 decimal places, which is 1, 2. My decimal point is going to be between the 6 and the 2. So my answer is C. See if I can unzoom a little bit. Okay. Daddy's always right. Here we go. And this is how they shut down my TikTok. How did they shut down your TikTok, Audrey? All I read was Daddy's always right. Poof, gone. Where'd the 1 come from? Good question. All right, so we had 6 feet, okay? So we need 4 sections of it. 6 and 4 gives me the 24. Now, we have 3 inches of the 4 sections. So if we have 3 plus the 3 plus 3 plus 3, okay, of the 4 sections. That's the 3 inch, that's the 3 inch, that's the 3 inch, that's the 3 inch. 3 times 4 gives me 1 foot. That's 12 inches. 12 inches is equivalent to 1 foot. Okay. Did you use the 3 inches? Yes, I did. That's how we got this plus 1. Okay. Did you use the 3 inches? Yes, I did. That's how we got this plus 1, that 1 foot. All right. So that's why we added the 24 plus the 1. That's where the 25 came from. Okay. All right. Real Okay. I forgot who asked that. Was it Cynthia? No, it wasn't Cynthia. I forgot who asked that. Was it Cynthia? No, it wasn't Cynthia. The thumbs up. Okay, I got a yes. All right. Going to the next one. Okay. Hello, Rosette. I know there's another original Rosa, but I know. All right. Here. Okay, perfect. So, Rod and Joy owns a condo together, which they decided to sell for $200,000. The two decided to split the proceeds accordingly to the ratio of money that each invested in the property. Rod put in the most money at the ratio of 5-3. How much money should Joy get from the sale? Is it A, $25,000, B, $50,000, C, $60,000, or D, $75,000? Okay. This, I would say, is like a little bit toughy. Okay. This is definitely going into the tough end. Medium, a little bit higher up. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for the follows. So John Jacob is saying A, MG is saying C, O3 is saying A. All right, you got that. TR saying C, Morano saying D, Cass D, Najee D, K Year is saying A, K Tracy, hey Tracy, welcome back, saying A, Anthony A, show me the food. You know what? Facts. Saying D. Popster saying D. Peach T saying A. Tristan saying D. Tim A. Not sure. Okay, Cynthia, I got you. Thank you for your honesty. Okay. Snacks saying D. Okay. California Living, how are you? It's been a minute. D or C? Okay, we're going to take a look. Gator Girl, you too, Gator Girl. Welcome back. Saying D, Sherry. I like Sherry. Saying D are good at taking tests, and some people are not or some people are good at making money. That's what I'm talking about, Island Boy. That is so true. A lot of people say there's book smarts and there's street smarts, and trust me, I truly believe in that. Because like some people are really good with algebra and they're terrible at geometry, and there's some people that are really good at geometry and just like algebra, meh. Okay. All right. So I'm going to say what you say. All right. Brooke is saying C. Raz D. Mr. Dan. All right. Saying D. Okay. All right. Sorry. Change your answer to D. Okay. No problem. I'm doing all right, California. I'm doing all right. I've been like yelled at all day, but you know, just add to the pile. Yes, I will show my work, Lex. I will. Trust me, I'm not going to just like give you something, but like, all right, peace out. Thanks for coming to the live. I appreciate y'all. Peace. No, I'm going to show you. I'm going to definitely show you. Just want to give people some time to put their answers in. All right. Okay, let's take a look. All right, so if we're saying that if Rod put in 5 out of 3, okay, that's what that ratio is, 5 out of 3. That means Joy must have put in 3 out of the total. So, or 5-3. So Joy is going to be 3 out of our total. Our total, which is 5 and 3, that gives me 8. All right. So basically, we can say it this way. 3/8 out of the 200,000 is going to be what represents Joy. All right. So if I do how many? I guess we can do it this way. So if I do 3 times 2, this will give me 600,000. And if I do that 600,000 and I divide by 8. We can do it that way. Where the 6 came from, I multiply the 3 and the 2 to get my 6. And now I'm going to divide it by that 8. So I need to think, all right, how many 8s can go into 60 without going over? Well, I know 7 of them can, because that will give me my 56. So right away, D is looking promising. All right, so 60 minus 56 gives me 4. Bring down that 0, we got 40. How many 8s can go into 40? Well, that will be 5. And that means the remainder, everything is going to be straight zeros. So I can just put in my 1, 2, 3 zeros. So my answer is exactly going to be D. You have to do exactly D. All right. Okay. So if we take a look, the ratio, Rod put in the most money. And the ratio for Rod was 5 to 3. Okay. So if I wanted to know exactly how much Rod's going to get, obviously if I know how much Joy's going to get, I would actually subtract it from the 200. But if I had to find Rod per se, I'd actually subtract it from the 200. But if I had to find Rod per se, in 3. Okay. So 5/8 would represent Rod, but we didn't want Rod. We wanted Joy. Joy and peace and understanding. Okay. How'd you get the 3/8? Here I go again. Ready? Rod is represented like the 5 to 3. Okay, that's 5 to 3. So Rod is going to be the 5. But we're not looking at Rod. We're looking at Joy. Joy is going to be the 3 out of the total. So that will be 5 plus 3 gives me 8. So Joy's percentage is going to be 3 out of 8. So 3/8 times my 200,000. I multiply the 3 and the 2 to get the 600,000. Then I divide by 8. And once I figured out how many 8s can go into 60, which was 7, I knew D was going to be my answer. But I like to follow all the way through. But when you take this test, trust me, they don't really look at all the stuff. If you're taking a standardized test, they just want to know if you got the answer A, B, C, or D. But if you're still a classroom student, you need to show your work. Okay? If you're still a classroom student, you need to show your work. Okay? All right. Okay. So if we were looking for Rod, yes, it would be 5 out of 8. Correct. There you go. Hello, Caribbean Queen. How are you? All right. So let's get some more out there. All right. All right. So referring back to the preceding question, this is the things I always hate. Because it takes all this flipping. Okay. Referring back to the preceding question, how much money would Rod pocket after repaying the $100,000 he still owes the bank for his share of the condo? All right, so first off, we know that the total amount was 200. That was the total amount, because I don't have to rewrite it over there. We know that Joy's amount, which we just found, was $75,000. Okay, so this is the information that we got from the previous. So this was the total. And this was Joy's amount. So how much would Rod pocket after repaying the $100,000 he still owes the bank for his share of the condo? Is it A, $15,000, B, $25,000, C, $30,000, or D, $35,000? So if the total for the condo was $200,000, we know Joy's share was $75,000. But how much would Rod have left over after repaying the $100,000 he still owes the bank for his share of the condo? Okay, so I'm seeing some B's and B's and B's and B's and B's. Hey, Michael, whole bunch of B's, B, B, B's, B, 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 B. Okay, we have Evie, we have Twin. Where have you been? Okay, the real SSI. Okay, Gene Assa, saying B. Big Al. Big Al just catches me in my foolishness. Unbothered. You're so unbothered. Saying B. Well, right now, I love Hal. Oh, so unbothered. You're so unbothered. Saying B. Well, right now, I love Hal. Oh, so see if there's interest. Yeah, forget the interest. Would it still be 5 out of 8? You don't have to calculate that, John. But yes, it would be 5 out of 8 for the total. But you won't have to do that part. Sag and love. Hello. Okay. You could, but you don't have to do that because we're taking the previous information. All right. So let's take a look. Okay. A lot of you guys said my answer is B. So if we know the total was 200,000, we know Joy's share is going to be 75,000. Couldn't I just subtract those two? And then I would get 125,000. But then he had to repay 100,000. So we're going to take that 100,000 out. And then what's left over? 25K. So the answer is going to be B. Okay. You could find it. Yeah, all because he had to repay that 100K. I will come up with a story, but I don't want to insult. You probably missed that, Chavez, because that was from the first problem. And it was a carryover from this problem to the next. Okay. Where did I get my workbook from? These are just sheets that I found on the internet. Not even gonna lie. Just randomly scrolling. This is what I do. This is why I don't sleep until like sometimes 4 o'clock in the morning, because I'm always looking for whatever pages I can use to show here. All right. Okay, so let's take a gander. All right, on a trip, you drove 350 miles on an average speed of 60 miles per hour. You then returned home, driving at an average speed of 70 miles per hour. How long does it take you to complete the trip? Is it A, 8 and 9/10 hours? Is it B, 9 and 3/10 hours? Is it C, 10 and 8/10 hours? Or D, 11 and 2/10 hours? Okay, hey Eric. I haven't seen you in a while. Rob got ripped off. Okay. So I'm seeing a couple C's. Okay, I'm seeing an A, I'm seeing a D. Okay. We got divided. We have a C, no clue, waiting to see the work. All right, not a problem, Peach Tea. Thank you. I got you. Okay, the real, saying A. We got 10 to see the work. All right, not a problem, Peach Tea. Thank you. I got you. Okay. Do you mean 11.2 of D? So Ryan was saying, do you mean 11.2 of D? So Ryan was saying A. Skull was saying D. Blah, blah, bean. Saying C. Rosette saying D. Baltimore Yella saying C. Anthony saying C. Okay, Rambo, I got you. My Daphne would B. Rambo is C. Okay, MMGW saying C. Okay, thanks for the follow. Art was C. Robin C. Michael C. Michael C. Okay, Danny B. User 38C. All right. So let's take a gander. All right, so you guys know I drive like a maniac. All right, so I drive 350 miles and an average speed of 60 miles per hour. So if we think about this, we got our distance, we got our rate or our speed, and our time. Okay? They gave you a distance. They gave you a rate. Anytime you see miles per hour, that's going to be your rate. So we need to divide those two, as well as doing the same measure for the miles, because remember, you're that many miles away from your home, but then you go a little bit faster. Yeah, this is really, hitting me a certain way. It's like they know me. So we have 350 divided by 60. Okay. Then we're going to do it again with the 350 divided by 70, because it said 70 miles per hour. So I like this. Since they both end in zeros, cancel the zeros out. Now you got 35 divided by 7. Beautiful thing. That'll give me 5. Cancel the zeros out. Not so much of a beautiful thing, but I know it's going to be a decimal. So how many 6s can go into 35? I know there's 5 of them. Then we have 5 as a remainder. Add another 0. Gives us like 0.8. Right? So if I just kind of go, and I know if I keep going, it's going to give me a remainder of 3. It keeps going. So what I'm going to do, they want to know how long did it take you to complete the trip. What are we going to do with these two numbers? What are we going to do with those two numbers? Yes, screaming D. You're saying that. Big Al, yes. Written, yes. Gabby, yes. Peachtree. FF, okay. Michael, yes. Rosette, yes. That's what we're doing. Good. We're going to add those two together. And if I add those two together, I'm going to get roughly, 10.83? So even if I round it, it's not going to get me anywhere near 11. All right. So my answer is going to be C. All right. So sometimes, and you're going to see, especially my GED and my ASVAB people, you are definitely going to be seeing a lot of distance, rate, and time problems. So if you can somewhat commit this to memory, that will help you out a lot. So like if you're looking for the time, you just cover the T and you're just going to divide the distance and the rate. If you're looking for your rate, you cover the R, and that means you're dividing your distance and your time. If you're looking for the distance, you cover the D, that means you're multiplying, that's a word, you're multiplying your rate and your time, all right? So this will kind of help you out a lot with that. All right, you have your GED. Awesome, John Jacobs. Okay, for those that are still pursuing, go, keep doing it. All right, so, and I think one day this week I'm going to do a little bit of graphing to get you guys with that, because I have a feeling a lot of people are skipping that part. Okay. No, since it said complete time, they want the full rounds. Okay. All right. 23. Push this down a little bit. Okay. So the formula used to convert Celsius to degrees Fahrenheit is F equals 9/5 C plus 32. If the outside temperature is 0 degrees Celsius, what is the temperature in Fahrenheit? Is it A, 0 degrees? Is it B, 32 degrees? C, negative 32 degrees? Or D, 14 degrees? Go ahead, put in the chat. There's Jenny. I see you, girl. All All right, Queen Daisy, welcome back, Queen Daisy. All right, we got our B. Peach was saying our C. The Only, I see you. B. Blair, B. Okay, Dr. Ray, A. Rapping, I swear, I'm just with the flow today. Okay, Rob, we got B. Michael, B. Then we have Tay, B. Was that Monet? Well, thank you so much for the follow. Okay, you meant B? Okay. I know, we got excited. All right. M squared, we got B, J, Jacobs, John Jacobs, we got 70 degrees. 70 degrees. You trying to burn people up. Okay, so you're saying C? All right, here we go. Highly opinionated, saying B. Okay, MJ, we're thinking it's 32 with my B. Time never gets old. Never gets old? Okay, good. I rather deal with my X than math. Wow. Wow, Mike. Wow. That's harsh. That hurt like in the pit of my heart. Damn. Oh, come on, people. I know, right? It hit really deep. Woo. With your ex? There's gotta be a reason why she an ex. So he an ex, I'm not an ex. But damn. Well, if anything, you could take mine because they all right. All right. So think about it. So if our Celsius is 0 degrees, that means if I need to rewrite, I will. So we got 9/5. Instead of the C, we're going to put a 0. Okay? Anything times 0 equals 0. Okay? Remember, order of operation. Multiplication comes before addition. All right? So, since it's 9/5, anything times 0 is exactly 0. 0 plus 32, that bad boy is 32 degrees. Okay? I say frio. Good. It's a little chilly. Okay? Calculus? All right, there you go. Yes, it also goes with the BOMDAS. All right, good. Now convert to Kelvin? Yeah, I could, but not right now. All right, so here's the next one. A store sells Halloween decorations at 25% discount the month of November. Hey, here we are. If the store is selling a box of decorations for $4.20 in November, what was the original price before the discount? Is it A, $6.20, B, $5.60, C, $5.80, or D, $5.95? Okay. Like, what do they do with all the decorations that don't sell? Like, I just feel like it's such a waste. Okay. Do I do college algebra? Linear functions? I can do those. I usually do them in my tutoring sessions. Yeah, exactly. Original, exactly. Hey, with Faith and Coffee. Hello. How are you? Okay. Janice is saying 100 minus 25. We got A. Okay. Faith for Coffee got A. What is the answer? Well, let people answer first. Okay, so they go on sale. Yeah, they do. Any type of holiday, you want to buy the stuff the very next day. Okay, MJ, we got B. Michael B. Okay, thank you. Nope. Problem. Peachtree saying B. Campus B. TT, I want to buy them and resell them. Right? Roscoe B. Okay, the internet never saying B. Jacqueline C. All right, so let's take a look. So we have, all right, if it's a 25% discount, So we have for the month of May, so we have 75 still left on. Okay, so if a batch is selling a box of decorations for $4.20, so if I do my $4.20, this is one way I can do it. We can do $4.20, and I'm going to divide it by what remains. See, this is the one thing a lot of people don't do. Anytime there's a discount, there's 25% coming off. How much of a percent is still on the thing is still going to be 75%. Okay? Make life easy for yourselves. So, I can't have a decimal in my divisor. So that means I have to move it 2 spaces so it can be a whole of 75. And then instead of a $4.20, we're going to make this $4.20. Keep the jokes nice and easy. So now we need to figure out how many 75s can go into $4.20. So that is going to be 5 because that's $3.75. Because anything else will definitely be more than $4.20. So since it's in the 5s, A is out. So now we have 5. That's now 1 with the 11. So this will give me 4. Adding a 0. Bringing the 0 down. So now I can make it $4.50. Put my decimal up here. Almost forgot. So now how many 75s can go into 45? That is my 6. $4.50. So I got my $4.50 minus my $4.50. That gives me a 0. And if I can add another 0 to make that 0 if we want to. So it's going to give me $5.60. So I did division so it can take me right to my answer. Okay. So yes, 100 minus that 25, that will give you 75. Try to use what's still on the percentage. Because every time you go shopping, first of all, I hate when they say up to 25% or up to 50%. You thinking like, oh yeah, this is going to be half off. No, it says up to. And of course, it's always the stuff that you don't want. That's the one that's really on sale, right? So if they take, say, 25% off, that means 75% is originally going back to that price. It stays on there. But I'm doing division because they want to know what the original price is. The multiplication is for you to take that percentage off, whereas the division, its inverse, will help you see what the original cost is. Okay? All right. That's okay. All right. So that gives us that. Where did the 75 come from? The 75 come from out of 100. If 25% is coming off, 75% is staying on. All right. Let's see if we can get this page done. Let's see if we can finish this whole thing. I think I got 6 problems left. We can do this. If you want to stay, I'll be here. All right. Okay, you got yours, Gilbert. Yeah, you're going to be good. Just take your time and work yourself through it. Give yourself rest and just go through it nice and easy. So a website gets 127,750 hits during its first year. How many hits did the website average each day? Is it A, 300, B, 325, C, 350, or D, 375? There you go, Greg. Kier, good. Kier, sorry. Have X with the C. Yep, divide by 360. Good. Secret admirer. Ooh, was that you? And Michael both says C. There we go. Living in the army. You got it. 1 year is 365 days. There you go. All right, got C, Kes C, Carmen C, Big Al C, Rochelle C, Big Dog Fitness. Get your pump on. Saying C. Mimi C, Mike A. Okay. Is that Raquel or Rochelle with a C? Okay, with Faith and Coffee C. Wait, was the first year a leap year? No, we're not doing that, Michael. We're not doing that. Leap years. My goodness. All right, whole bunch of C's. All right, there's no fooling you guys. Right, so we have our 127 and 750. And we're going to divide it by the number of days. Since it says each day, there's 365 days in a year. So once you do your division, you will get 350. Okay, most of you guys got that. Good job. All right. Next one. All right, an empty 50-gallon barrel weighs 35 pounds. When completely filled with water, the barrel weighs 450 pounds. Assuming these factors to be true, approximately how much is the weight of 1 gallon of water? Is it A, 5.3 pounds, B, 6.5 pounds, C, 7.8 pounds, or D, 8.4 pounds? Okay. All right, so Matt saying 7.8. Carmen is saying A, 5.3. MJ saying D, 8.4. Okay, Michael saying D, 8.4. Okay, we are going to divide, but divide by what? Okay, Mike saying A, Sean saying D. Okay, Peachtree's not no clue. That's all right. I got you. Dawson's D, guess is D. It's like K is saying D, 8.5. DR D, Dusty D, or Dustin D. Z is saying A. Okay, 50 factorial, or are you saying 50? Oh, okay. So that's okay. So 420 divided by 5. Okay, the cooker D by 5. Okay, twin saying D. Pete saying D. Okay, by 50. There we go, guessed. Okay, how would we tackle this? I got you, Gilbert. I got you, Gilly boy. Or girl, I'm not sure. All right, so when it's empty, 50-gallon barrel, it weighs 35 pounds. Okay? When it's filled, the barrel weighs 455. Okay? Assuming everything is good, they want to know the weight of 1 gallon. How much will be 1 gallon of water? So first off, let's get rid of this poundage. Okay? So we got 455 minus that 35. Okay? So now we're focusing just on the water. Because remember, when the barrel was empty, it equaled 35 pounds. If we take it away from the total weight with the water and the barrel, then we got our 0, we got our 4, and our 20. Yeah, there we go. Keep it clean. So now this is the weight of the water. But if it's inside a 50-gallon barrel, we want to know the water. But if it's inside a 50-gallon barrel, we want to know what 1 gallon is. So why not take that 420 and divide it by 50? Okay, So how many 50s can go into a 420? There'll be 8. So that'll be 400. So once I see that 8, boom, this is my answer. If you want to keep going, you can keep going. But remember, a lot of those assessments are timed. 0.4. Because 4 times 50 will give me my 200. And that's our answer. Okay. All right. Yes. So as it gets further down, it's like a progression. It gets a little bit tougher. All right. But I think you can handle it, especially for the ASVAB. All right. So I want to say Maloney has 11 more nickels than quarters. How many quarters does she have if the total value of her coins is $2.65? Is it A, 5, B, 6, C, 7, or D, 8? So they have 11 more nickels than quarters. Okay, we want to know how many quarters does she have if the total value of her coins is $2.65. I know. Okay, what's a nickel? It's a 5-cent piece for my internationals. Okay, so Peachtree, we're saying D, Rena's saying D. Okay, thanks for sharing live, Allison. Okay, MJ is saying D. Okay, type of question is this? This is seen as ASVAB. ASVAB, and also they have something similar to that in the GED as well, and Accuplacer. Okay, what's a quarter? 25-cent piece. I know, gotta understand there's some people here. Okay, but adding. Okay. Yeah, well, we have to understand that there might be some international people here. So they don't know what a quarter is. So that's possible. So that's why I'm not like losing my crap. Oh, I love how you tried to make me try to say those two numbers. Herv. Okay, let Y be the nickels, X be that. Okay. All right, Allison. I know, right? I know. So try. Okay, so you meant D. Okay, Miss Micah saying 8. Okay, screaming D. Okay, plus 25 cents each. Okay, Carmen D. The It, 7. Okay. So Key, yes. I think it's Maloney. I don't know. Am I saying it wrong? He's still stuck on Maloney. What the hell's a Maloney? Yeah, I know. At what time is lunch? Nope, you're stuck like Chuck. All right, so Harry A. Okay, is that military with his 6? All right, so let's take a look. All right, if we want, we can say Q for quarters, because we don't know how many we have here. Oops. My nickels, and they said the nickels is 11 more nickels than quarters. So that means wherever I have my quarters, plus 11. But now we need to deal with the value. So we're looking at almost like a system of equation, kind of. So I know for a quarter, that's 25 cents. For a quarter. For a nickel, that's 5 cents. I'll put my decimal point there. But instead of an N, I'm going to put Q plus 11. And that's going to equal the amount of change, which is $2.65. Okay. So now I could distribute everything, but let me make life easy for myself. This is 2 decimal places. This is 2 decimal places. And this is 2 decimal places. If I take this whole entire thing and I multiply it by 100, I can get rid of those decimal places, make my life so much easier. So that means I have 25Q plus 5, not messing with anything inside the parenthesis though, Q plus 11 equals 265. Okay? So when you multiply everything by 100, now you don't have to be like, oh, what's my decimal? What's my decimal? You're going to lose your mind. All right? Put it into whole numbers. Now from here, we can distribute. Okay? So 5 times Q, that gives me 5Q. 5 times 11 gives me 55. So now I got my equals 265. I got my 25Q. Okay. So now we have our 2 Q's on the same side of the equal sign. They can be combined. So when I combine them, I'm going to have 30Q. And I can also get rid of my 55 by subtracting it on both sides. Because when you're solving this, you're trying to solve for the variable. And in case our variable is Q. So 265 minus the 55 gives me 210. So now I want to divide both sides by 30. So 30s will cancel out over here, give me my Q. 210 divided by 30, they both end in zeros, so I can cancel those zeros out. So now all I really have is 21 divided by 3. That gives me 7. So we're looking at 7 quarters, which is option C. Yep, so my answer is 7. Okay. Where'd I get the 100? Well, since everything change-wise is in the hundredths, TH with an S at the end, just multiply by 100 and you'll get your whole numbers. So then you don't have to worry about the decimals. Okay. Yep, that's fine. There's multiple ways of solving this. The word problems for you, it's okay. Especially these are called a system of equations. So one equation is going to deal with the coins themselves, not their values, just whatever you're using for your nickels, whatever you're using for your coins. You can use X and Y, whatever you want to do, you always have some kind of key. So just by like, okay, here's my quarters plus my nickels, but they gave us more detail, 11 more nickels than quarters. So that means my nickels is going to equal the quarters plus 11, because more means addition. Okay. Yep, so the total value was $2.35, Popster. Okay. All right. Where did the 30 come from? The 25 plus the 5. All right. Where did the 30 come from? The 25 plus the 5. Okay, what's in green right here? Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. Sheen. Ugh. All right. Sheen. Ugh. not the AP pre-calculus. That can go back to the depths of hell, which it came. All right. So here we go. We got Dale earned $12.50 per hour. If he works over 40 hours per week, he receives time and a half for the time worked over 40 hours. If Dale worked 8 hours on Monday, 9 hours on Tuesday, 12 hours on Wednesday, 11 hours on Thursday, and 12 hours on Friday, how much did he earn? Is it A, $685, B, $725, C, $790, or D, $820? And of course, this is all before taxes. Okay. AI will do this. Do not trust AI with your money, people. Jeez. I know when I was in the classroom, there was this one young man. He was working as a waiter at a local restaurant. I know a lot of people don't like me, but here we are. And I was just like, I want you guys to bring in your pay stubs one day. So my kids are bringing in their pay stubs and they're just like, wait a minute. This one kid's like, I don't have a pay stub. They just use our cards. And I was like, say what? I was like, how do you know that you're making the right amount of money? And he's like, well, I don't know. I'm like, all right, is your tips included in there? Like, no. I'm like, okay, so how many hours did you work? He's like, oh, okay, I wrote those down. I'm like, good. And I was like, all right, let's calculate it. And we calculate how much he's getting before taxes, right? And we figured roughly the kid was short $125 from his check. I don't know about you people. I worked way too hard for my stuff. Sorry, I had to slide. Maybe. Oh my God, I don't have a pulse. I'm trying to drag the puzzle people. Okay, there we go. So always check your checks. Make sure everything balances out. Make sure you're getting the right percentage that's coming out of your checks. Please, if you're going to work hard, make sure you get your right money. All right. So, oh yeah, he was very happy. Owner wasn't happy, but we had a nice little chit chat. I'm like, if I need to calculate this kid's check every single time, I will. Do not try to short my babies. All right. Dale earns that much, $12.50 an hour. Okay. If he works overtime, we gotta love this. Anything over 40 hours, he gets time and a half. All right. But he worked 8 hours, 9 hours, 12 hours, 11 hours, and 12 hours. So let me cut this over here. So if we have the 8, the 9, 12, 11, and 12. Okay, so 8 and 2, that's 10. 9 and 1, that's another 10. 20, so that's 22. Carry the 2. 2, 4, and 1 makes 5. So we're looking at 52 hours. Anything over 40 hours is going to be time and a half. Well, let's see how much over that is. So it'll be 52 minus 40. So we're looking at 12 hours overtime. OT. Now, for his overtime, so we're looking at how much he makes for the 40 hours. So if we're doing $12.50, ooh, sorry about that too. Ooh. So if we do $12.50 times the 40 hours. So we got our 0, we got our 0, 0, carry the 2, that's 10, carry the 1, that gives me 5. So this will be 500 right here. Okay, so that's what he's making for his 40 hours. So now we need to get time and a half. So what he makes in his time is a 12.50. And the half, time and a half, that's 1.5. So we can figure out how much that is that he's making. So we got our 0, 25, 10, that's 12, that's 6. We got our 0, 5, 2, and 1. 0, 5. I know you're probably like, Audrey, just use a calculator. But if I just use a calculator, it's not going to happen, because when you do the GED and the ASVAB and the Accuplacer, you can't use a calculator. T's test, HESI test, you can. Accuplacer, definitely not. So this has 2 decimal places. This has 2 decimal places. That means my answer should have 4 decimal places. Starting here on the end, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I forgot the couple of zeros. Yes, I did. Why am I saying that's 2? That's 1. Here I go. That's supposed to be 3 decimal places. So 1, 2, 3. So that will give me 1875. So 7 hours overtime. The hourly rate for the overtime is going to be 1875. So if I take, I know there's a whole bunch taking, right? My 1875 times my 12. This is my 0, 5, 75, and 12. That should be 225. Okay, so 1875 times 12, that gives me 225. So how much is he making? It's the 500 plus the 225. And that will give me 725 before taxes. Sheesh. Okay. All right. Okay. Yep. So that's how much you would make before taxes. I remember the first job I had, I was like, who is FICA? Like, I'm about to fight her. Like, why is she taking money out of my check? To be young and foolish. I still don't understand what FICA is, but anyway, no, I do. Just kidding. All right, last 2. Then we are done for tonight. I appreciate you guys hanging on. Over 307 of y'all. You ain't got nothing else to do? You bored? I know, right? 52 hours, only get $725? Yep. All right. So here we are, last 2. Here we go. If the average person eats 7... Yep. All right. So here we are, last 2. Here we go. If the average person eats 6 and 7/10 pounds of French fries per year, that might be me, how much would the average person consume in a decade? Okay. Okay. We just really get this. Okay, prep for GED. Yep, Britt, you're in the right spot, darling. Okay, you're going to go with A. Okay, prep for GED. Yep, Britt, you're in the right spot, darling. Okay, you're going to go with A. Okay. Okay, we have Jenny with B, Shamika with an A. Manzo, I think that's it, with the 67. Okay, Screaming D is thinking a 10 times 6.7. Okay, Lori is with A. Michael saying A. 5 seconds to solve. Look at you. 5 seconds? Come on, Michael. Slacking. Screaming D with a D. Mar squared. Okay, Manzo, we got A. Okay. Oh. What was it? Oh, what is it? I remember it. Yes, we got A. Missed the decimal. All right. Got you. All right. This man did this in 2 seconds. Ooh. The competition. Signal is bad. Okay, probably. Probably. No me. All right, so the key part here is decade. What is a decade? Decade is 10 years. So if they're getting this in 1 year, so if I have to move it, I could multiply it by 10, or I could just simply move it over because I'm making it bigger when you're multiplying by 10. So that's how you get your A. All right. And last but not least, if you're in the car traveling 50 miles per hour, how far will you travel in 45 minutes? Is it A, 25 and 8/10 miles? Is it B, 28 and 3/10 miles? Is it C, 37 and 5/10 miles? Or is it D, 40 and 4/10 miles? How far are you going to get in 45 minutes traveling at 50 miles per hour? Okay. So user saying D, Lubes is saying A. Okay, Michael's saying C. Okay, Peach Tea, not sure. It's okay. You know I'm going to work on it. Okay, Jenny saying C. Plenty saying A. Britt saying C. Morphic saying D. Lango saying D. Sam C. Memories B. Hendra saying C. Luma saying C. Aaron C. Memories, you're switching to B, or now you're a B. Okay, Little Miss Page is saying C. Ivan C. Okay, memories, I got you, but the B. Dennis C. K. C. Zeus with a D. Ivan with a C. Sam, thanks for the follow. It's B. All right, memories. Huh? Yeah. Very easy. Rosette's cracking me up. All right, so Panda with the 37.5, that's C. KC with C. All right. Well, let's take a look. So since we're dealing with miles per hour, so 45 minutes, that means we need to convert those minutes into an hour. 45 minutes, that's 3/4 of an hour. So if I take that 3/4 of an hour, multiply it by 50, if I want to, I can do 3 times 50, which gives me 150, and then divide by 4. Okay, so how many 4s can go into 15? Well, that will be 3. So once I see the 3s, the only one that has a 3 right now looks like C. So that will be my 12. That gives me 3. That gives me 30. So how many 4s can go into 30? That will be 7. This is definitely C. Okay, and it will give me my 0.5. All right. So when you're dealing with these standardized tests, remember, it's going to be a time test. If you're thinking about doing the ASVAB, they're going to give you basically 1 minute per question. Now, I'm going to be truthful. I don't know what's going to happen with the ASVAB exams. So if you haven't already talked to a recruiter, you might want to try to see if you can do that. Because the shutdown, they've been putting a lot of halt with stuff. I think the last person that was able to take the ASVAB was about, I want to say like a week and a half ago. So if you're sitting here like, yeah, I want to study because I want to go like next month, you're going to have to talk to a recruiter, because now that we got the shutdown, there's a lot of departments, especially militaries, that's just putting a hold and a freeze on everything. Okay, so just keep that in mind. If you haven't talked to a recruiter, you need to talk to your recruiter. If you haven't talked to your recruiter in a long time, see if you can reach out to your recruiter. Okay? All right, so you're taking your practice on Friday? Okay. All right, can you please do algebra? That's what I've been doing. What do you think I'm doing here? All right. All right, good refresher. Good. All right, so if anything, all right, so here's my thing. So if there's anything more detailed for those that possibly came in a little bit late and you're just like, oh, when do you go on again? I was like, I have no idea because I had a cancellation today. So I was like, oh, let me just go live. You know, why not? All right, so if anything, for all of my replays, you can go here, okay, type in this, and I would love for you guys to do these 5 things, okay? So in there is a playlist that says TikTok Lives. So you can see all of my lives from February 2nd all the way up to yesterday because I was able to upload yesterday's. So I do a lot of these practice exams, but at the same time, I also do like individual stuff. So like if you need factoring, if you need solving 1-step, 2-step, multi-step equations, system of equations that we did with the numbers and the coins. If you want to do Pythagorean's theorem, trig, like almost anything that's listed under Algebra 1 or college algebra, I have physically touched and recorded. So it is found there. Okay. So it is a free subscription. So if you want me to go more in details, that means you need me to be your tutor. So I do have private tutoring and I also have small group tutoring. So far, I only get like a couple people that are like, yeah, I want to join the group, but I need at least 6 people, per thing to say that if you guys want to do a study group together, that's a possibility. I am currently working on some other resources to help you guys out with the algebra, with the multiplication tables, because that's one thing that a lot of people need to do. Is the class done for today? Yes, Sugar Plum. Yes. So, and if you're like, look, Audrey, math has always been my struggle, and I just need someone to walk me through step by step, then you're going to want to do my courses, okay? So the courses, the videos are like 20 minutes long, all right? There's 107 of them. It goes everything from basic, adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, decimals, fractions, looking at percents, looking at distance, looking at types of numbers, all the way up to like statistics, a little bit of geometry as well. So we just hit on all the things that you see a lot, especially on the GED and also Accuplacer. TEAS test, you can definitely take a look at the foundations of algebra. That will be perfect for you for your algebra stuff. Okay, you're so welcome. So if anything, if you know you're going to be taking your test sooner than so welcome. So if anything, if you know you're going to be taking your test sooner than hey, that's great. I know here's the sticker shock. I normally charge $92, but for my TikTok followers, I charge them $77, and that's $77 for an hour. So if you tell me that we're doing it, we're going to work from beginning to end. I'm not going to give you any fluff. We're just going to be working all the way to an hour. You're going to be shocked and surprised how much you get covered in that time period. All right. You're so welcome. But if anything, that's what you have here. I'm hoping to get a lot of the notebook stuff completely done and all the flashcards done, hopefully before Thanksgiving break. So I'm still working. That's what I'm actually going to do as soon as I get off this live, is to do a little bit more work with that. All right. All right. So if you have any questions whatsoever, even if you may need tutoring yourself for maybe college algebra, if you're like, I would love to get some tutoring, but I would love for it to be in a group setting, message me. There's a Service Plus button at the bottom. If you want to click on that, you can actually send me an email. You can actually contact me here through TikTok, whichever. Okay, the only way, okay, closed mouths don't feed. You gotta open your mouth. Even though you don't have to talk to me, but If you really want to get the assistance that you need, ask. And even if you want something like for like maybe your younger children, and I only do 7th grade on up to adults, if you need someone for younger, just let me know, because I have a lot of friends that are tutors for the elementary age. So at least I can guide you in the right direction. All right. All righty. Well, thank you so much for coming in, guys. Thank you for the taps. Thank you for the love. I know. Just remember, just keep your eye out on some things. And if you need some assistance, hey, just go ahead and message me. I'm constantly looking at the request section. But don't just say hi or hey or any of that retrospect. Tell me what you want. Okay? Tell me what you want. Because if it's a hi or hey or some other just nothing, I'm going to delete it. I'm just going to let you know. All right? And I've deleted multiple so far. Okay. All right, everyone. Have a lovely evening. Stay safe. And I will possibly see you sometime tomorrow. Ooh, not sure when. Possibly early in the afternoon. Maybe like around 3 p.m. Okay? Probably 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I know time changes all kinds of cray-cray now. But we're going to make do. All right. Take care, everyone. Bye now.